Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with video 2 for chapter 10. So I'm discussing the effective employment recruitment and applying the stages to your own employment history. So for this question, I know from my point of view and what happened to me when I was getting pretty much recruited for a job. They're looking for a certain person and they want to know who they're dealing with, right? They're trying to bring a job to the attention. They're trying to give you attention about the job. They're trying to influence you. They're trying to affect you, and they want you to take their job. And so kind of like how I could relate it to a lot of sports wise because I play sports and I play baseball, and when schools reach out to me, they kind of only state the obvious good things, what they say to everybody. And so sometimes that's not usually the case because you want to get down to uh, the finest detail because in a school or a place because that's where you're going to be spending, your time there, and you want it to be what you think it is. And if it's not the right fit, then you need to do your research. And so I know uh, getting interviewed and stuff effective. What I thought was effective was, trying to get to know somebody and, because they want to know who they're dealing with. And, I think when some people just aren't cut out for some jobs, and so that's just the way it rolls. And then ineffective, some things that I think are ineffective are things like, making a scenario like some companies will be like, you have a backpack and a knife and you're out in the middle of the desert. What do you do? And it's just like, I think that's really unrealistic because the job doesn't require something like that, unless you work for like environmentalist company or something. I don't know. But I think those are some things that I think are effective and ineffective. And then disengagement, I think that, disengagement is just as important as the recruiting part, and because you're leaving, you're like a recruiting, you're trying to come into the company, and disengaging, you're leaving the company, and so I think that this process is it's very important because sometimes because it's an adjustment for the company, not just the company but the person, because they're gonna have to adjust to a whole different environment, or if someone's retiring or what, yada yada yada. So I mean, because there's so many situations, like sometimes, if it's your time to go because the company says so, then you're involuntarily forced to disengage. And then, if you're trying to retire, or if you think the grass is greener on the other side, then you voluntarily disengage. And so I think this applies to recruiting in terms of being important because, things happen and people leave and people go in and out. So I think uh, that's just how it goes in the workplace. And I think the exit step, announcing is like your 2 weeks notice, and then when it comes closer and closer to the day, and then you actually leave, that's your official like exit step, and so you're actually gone. So I think it's the exit steps, and the disengaging is just as important as the recruitment or socialization. And I think the book nailed it right on the head. And I think in terms of that, so because from my experience, that's just what I've noticed. So, but thank you guys for watching the videos, and comment or ask questions down below. Thank you.